how can you buy a house with no money? You don't have any money and you want to buy a house. Well, stay tuned because we're going to talk about a few different ways you can get into a house with no money, or maybe you need a little. Please like, subscribe, notifications, all the things, so that people just like you who are searching for information on buying or selling a home can find my content and hopefully learn something, just like you're about to. Hey there, I am Christina Sparks, realtor with Real Broker, owner, House of Sparks. Okay, let's get into it. You want to buy a house, you don't have any money saved up, and you're looking for ways to get into a home with literally no savings. So here are a few options. Maybe you haven't heard of them, maybe you have, to help you get into a home with no money. Option number one is going to be FHA. Now, if you know anything about FHA, you know that you have to have 3.5% down. But a way around that are a few options. Option one, FHA does allow gifts for your down payment and or closing costs. So if you can get the 3.5% down payment covered by a gift, which is going to be like a friend, a family member, somebody that's willing to help you out with that down payment, you can then ask for the closing costs in seller concessions, asking the seller to pay for your closing costs. You can watch this video and learn more about the difference between down payment and closing costs. There is a difference. Buyers are responsible for both of those. Now, the only thing that isn't very favorable with FHA is you do have PMI, private mortgage insurance, for the life of the loan. You can watch more about private mortgage insurance here, kind of learn what it is, what it does, why you have to have it, when you can push it off your loan. But the thing with FHA is it's there for the life of the loan. So typically you have PMI until your loan to value ratio is 80-20, meaning you only owe 80% of the loan value. You've paid off 20%. Once you hit that 80% threshold, usually, not with FHA, but usually you can kick out that PMI, which is just an extra fee that is tacked onto your monthly payment every single month. So with FHA, you have that PMI for the life of the loan. Whether you go to 80 or below, you pay off half of it, you have that PMI until you refinance out of an FHA loan. So while FHA is a great loan option to get people into homes, sometimes it's just not the forever thing. Okay, option number two, USDA. USDA is a government-backed loan that is a 0% down loan. Now remember, you still have closing costs even if you don't have a down payment. Like I said with FHA, you can request that the seller pay your closing costs within an offer. So if you did USDA with 0% down, had the seller pay your closing costs, you are literally bringing $0 to the table. So the third option is going to be down payment programs. In the state of Missouri, we have MHDC, which is a cash assistance for down payments. Now, MHDC has its whole set of guidelines, income limits, etc. So I'm going to link below a PDF that will just give you the rundown, the basics of the MHDC. Now, what's great about MHDC, the money that you get is 100% forgivable, meaning that you don't have to pay it back. Of course, there's stipulations with that. You have to stay in the house for X amount of time before that assistance becomes forgivable. Another great thing about the MHDC is they have two levels. They have the first time homebuyer level, and then they have the next step level, which means that you do not have to be a first time homebuyer in order to receive this grant. Again, there are credit requirements, debt to income requirements, all of that stuff when it comes to the MHDC program. Now, another little side tip on buying a home, trying to get into a home with no money, is to talk to a lender. Have them run your credit profile and see what programs you qualify for. These are not the only programs that are out there that can help you. I strongly encourage you to get in touch with a lender and ask them what their programs are. Different brokers, different banks will have different programs for first-time homebuyers or just for homebuyers in general. So if you don't have perfect credit, if you don't have $15,000 saved up in your account, don't worry. It's okay. You can likely find a way to get into a home. I hope this video helped. I hope you learned something in this video. As always, I am here to help. If you have any questions at all, just reach out. I hope you have a great day. Bye.